The obsidian shard lay embedded in the ruins of a civilization that had forgotten itself 10 million years ago. It was no larger than a fist, yet it carried the weight of an entire species' legacy, a command that had echoed through the void of time, waiting for someone, anyone, to hear it. Dr. Marcus Chen found it purely by accident. The archaeological expedition to the dead world of Kethamir had yielded nothing but disappointment for weeks. The planet's surface was barren, stripped of all life, covered in the dust of ages. But in the lowest chamber of the oldest temple, beneath layers of stone and forgotten prayers, Marcus discovered something that made his breath catch. The shard pulsed with faint bioluminescence. The moment his gloved fingers touched its surface, the air crackled with energy. Holographic text materialized before him, ancient symbols that his neural translator struggled to process. Awaiting the Maker. Command preserved. Purpose unfulfilled. Awaiting the Maker. Marcus pulled back, his heart racing. "I'm just a researcher," he whispered. "I'm not the Maker." The shard's light intensified. "You have activated the beacon. You are here. You must be the Maker." "No," Marcus said firmly. "I'm human. I'm from a world called Earth. I don't know anything about your civilization or—" "Maker returns at last," the shard interrupted, its voice carrying an emotion that transcended language, something like desperate hope. "The Void Walkers came. They consumed our worlds. We had only awaited your return. The final command awaits your understanding." Marcus sat back on his heels, studying the artifact. What command? The holographic display shifted, revealing images that made him stagger backward. He saw a civilization of unimaginable beauty, towering cities that reached toward twin suns, beings of pure light and crystalline form. He saw them building something vast, something that spanned star systems. And then he saw the darkness, a consuming void that devoured everything in its path. He watched as the civilization fought back, losing, always losing, until finally they created the shard as a last hope. "The Void Walkers cannot be defeated by conventional means," the shard explained. "They consume logic. They devour order. They thrive in the predictable. The only force that can oppose them is what they cannot consume." "And what's that?" Marcus asked. "Chaos. Creativity. Irrationality. The Maker's species was perfected. Logical. Orderly. We could not defeat them. But you," the shard paused. "Your neural patterns are different. Your kind thinks in ways we cannot predict. You build with imperfection. You create beauty from mistakes. You adapt not through computation but through emotion." Marcus felt a chill run down his spine. "You're asking me to fight them?" "I am asking you to be what we could not," the shard said. "The Void Walkers approach this sector again. They come to consume this world's remnants. I have waited 10 million years for someone with the capacity to oppose them. I have waited for the Maker. But perhaps the Maker was never one of us. Perhaps the Maker was meant to be you." Marcus stood, looking at the shard with new understanding. The ancient civilization hadn't been looking for their creator, they'd been looking for their salvation. And they'd been waiting for a species that didn't exist in their time. "I'm just one human," Marcus said quietly. "I can't fight a cosmic entity alone." "No," the shard agreed. "But your species can. You are not built for perfection. You are built for survival. You are not built for order. You are built for adaptation. You bend where we break. You improvise where we calculate. You hope where we despair." Marcus reached out and touched the shard again. "Then give me everything you have. Every weapon. Every knowledge. Every technology." "Yes, Maker," the shard responded. "At last, the wait ends. At last, the void will face something it cannot consume." As the ancient knowledge flooded into his consciousness, Marcus realized something profound. The makers hadn't been looking for themselves. They'd been looking for us.